Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and in this video, this is going to be running through my 2024 plans for this year. For this calendar year, my 2024 plans. I really should have done this a few short days ago, but because we are now really quite rolling into the 2024 calendar year proceedings, that is really rolling into fruition for it. 2024 plans, obviously is going to be the usual plans, the usual intended plans that are, and the usual intended plans are the classic car rally events, Hove Park and Eastbourne Miniature Railway, but there was some 2023 intentions which I missed in 2023, but I'm certainly going to really be trying my very hardest not to miss them. And those ones I'm really trying my hardest not to miss in 2024 is the Mangaps Railway Museum and the Withal Transport Museum. I'm really desperately trying not to miss those ones. But the usual intentions, Hove Park Miniature Railway, attending as many of their publicly open running session days. There are open public running sessions, publicly opened running sessions of track days, that is, for 2024, Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway, and obviously the usual rally events being Eastbourne Wheels on the Waterfront, having first attended in 2023 only once, and the goal is to go to 2 or 3 of their running events, being Eastbourne Wheels on the Waterfront 2024, hopefully 2 or 3 times, that's my goal, but certainly no less than twice in 2024. That's going to be my goal, and as Hutchie would be encouraging, set and achieve your goals for 2024. Fantastic philosophy, Hutchie, and you know what? I'm going to follow your advice, and I'm sure other people would be issuing out this philosophically inclining grip of important advice, you know, not just Hutchie but several people out there, as well as wonderful couples like that of Hutchie and Mel, or Graham and Fiona, or Trevor and Gwen, and all the rest of things. So yes, try and attend that 2 or 3 times this year. And, you know, obviously Eastbourne Magnificent Motors, London to Brighton HCVS event. I don't think London to Brighton mini run is going ahead in 2024, I don't think so. I think 2023 was its last running event, so exclude that one. So that would technically be the Lawton Spring Cuckoo Fair, Tinkers Park, what's next? What's next? Oh yes, a Broyle Country Show, London to Brighton EV electric, it's now London to Paris EV electric vehicle run or electric vehicle rally at the Brighton Madeira Drive for whenever it takes place in 2024. Eastbourne Bus Rally, Parham Park or Sussex Steam Rally. What's next? Oh yes. Worthing Lions Classic Car Show. The Worthing American Car Rally and Sunny Sunday Revival event. Worthing Bus Rally. The Tinkers Park August Batch. Tenterden Bus Rally, Hellingly Festival of Transport, Worthing Minis by the Sea, and Lawton Autumn Rally, of course. Hopefully, the Tinkers Park. I don't know if I can go to the Tinkers Park Rally event in September 2024, I don't think, sadly, but never mind if I don't. I'll hopefully attend a good 2 or 3 Tinkers Park running events. Having attended as many as 3 back in 2023, and hopefully attending as many as, if not 3, the good 2, let's say. And yes, okay. Tinkers Park. Eastbourne Wheels on the Waterfront, hopefully their final October running event. Hopefully Hastings Classic Car Show. Obviously the Brighton Toy Museum October Model Rail event. Hastings HCVS Spreaderwinkle, quite obviously enough. And obviously London to Brighton Veteran Car Run, and obviously the Brighton MRC Model Rail event, quite obviously enough. So those are the main intentions, the usual events, but obviously there are a lot of events, far more than 10, and there are some other events I'm intending on attending which I've never been to before. The ones I'm intending on going to, which I'd never been to before, is the mini event. I only just learned of this back in August 2023 at the Hove Park Miniature Railway. I was talking to one of the spectending attendants who was going to have a ride on the miniature railway. He was stood behind me in the queue. Quite a tall couple this was, a tall husband, tall wife, and they had children, young children with them. And he was telling me about, which I was staggered to have found this out, because I never knew anything about it until 2023, was a classic mini car running event that apparently takes place in Hove Park in the June months, much to my surprise, because I never knew of it until August 2023. So, and it generally takes place on the second Sunday of June every year, and should it take place on the second Sunday of June this year, I'm going to attend it. And then there's a Wiltshire Vintage Rally event. I can't quite remember the name of it, but if I can remember the name of it, I'm certainly intending on going to that in 2024. That's the big intention. And as well, I've also got the big intention of attending, or going to at least, the National Rail Museum in York at sometime in 2024, the London Transport Museum sometime in 2024, and as well as attending a few other interesting places throughout 2024, and 2024 sometime that year, to do my belated 2K subscriber special going to Cheddington, and as well for the belated 2.5k subscriber milestone, I'll change things around slightly. It'll be either going to Bromley South, or very possibly do Salfords or Hawley, if not Bromley South. Or possibly elsewhere. I'll decide near the time, something like that, you know. And hopefully visit Bexhill at some point, and go to the Bexhill 100 Classic Car event, one of their Bexhill 100 Classic Car running events 2024. My apologies for the interval. Excuse a moment, camera's not right. There we are, that's better. Excuse me for the interval, because I had to change the camera battery for a moment. And we can now get on with things. Yes, talking about 2024 intentions. Obviously I got through quite a few. I can't remember the name of the rally. Yes, excuse me a moment. Yes, sorry for the... Apologies for the interval, but we were on 2024 intentions, but in terms of the rally in Surrey, because I mentioned a few other 2024 intentions, like the Bexhill 100 event I'm intending on going to this year, having not been before, and but the Wiltshire Vintage Fairground Organ Rally, I don't know the name of it, but I'm just going to look it up now. My apologies everyone, I'm just looking up the name, it's a little slow, but I'm trying to get things right. Okay, righty, oh. Okay. Okay. No, got it wrong. Okay, no. No. Trying to find it. Ah, that's it. Wiltshire Steam and Vintage Rally. I'm hoping to attend the 2024 Vintage Steam and Wiltshire Steam and Vintage Rally. 2024 Wiltshire Steam and Vintage Rally. It was the one my friend Ian Postlethwaite happily went to, and I'm hoping to go there too myself in 2024. But it's dependent on what day in 2024 it should be running on. You know, because if it coincided with, say, Hove Park Miniature Railway or another event, I would have to more carefully plan things out, you know. Sorry a moment. so sorry. But yes, that's the one I'm hoping to attend in 2024, having never been there before. I don't think it's just Ian Postlethwaite who has been to this event. I think Peter Market has gone to that event as well, but I don't know, and possibly Tommy Gardiner as well. I'm pretty sure those three wonderful men have been to the Wiltshire Steam. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Wiltshire Steam and... Oh, wait a moment, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. I've got to look it up again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just try... Oh, there we are. There we are. Oh, yes, where am I? Wiltshire Steam and Vintage Rally 2024. Yes, that's the one I'm intending to go to in 2024, as well as the Hove... I don't know what it's called. I think it's Hove Park Mini Run, Classic Car Mini Run event, something like that. I can't quite remember the name, but it's a mini car running event that takes place in Hove Park, generally I think on the second Sunday of June of every year, according to the couple who I met at Hove Park Miniature Railway, who spoke to me of it, and I never knew anything about it, much to my surprise, you know. Yes, those are one of my 2024 intentions, as well as the, having said previously, earlier on, going to the London Transport Museum and the National Rail Museum in York. Those are 2024 intentions as well. That's talking about and excluding events I'm planning on going to for 2024, having gone in 2023 ones, 2022, 2021 events, etc, and excluding Hove Park and Miniature Railway and Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway, because as you all know, I go to those events a lot. I go there quite a lot, you know. So, yes. And, yeah. And obviously a few 2024 outings in the free time from time to time. You know, a nice bus outing and a nice rail enthusiast train spotting expedition and things from time to time. And obviously the nice occasional moments of family gatherings and friendship gatherings as well for 2024, as usually happens with me every year, as happens to all of us in every year, occasional family gatherings, friendship gatherings, outside of planned events and other sorts of fun and all that, you know. And also 2024 intentions is making as many as 500 Daphne videos, and making as many as 400 Nixie videos by the end of 2024. That's the big target I'm going for, and a big goal I'm going to be desperately trying to achieve, because as my lovely friend Sue Vecchio would say, is make things happen. Try and make things happen in life. And obviously another 2024 goal is that if, say, it would have to be an event in Sussex, whether it be an event taking place in the Brighton Madeira Drive or, or Worthingstone Gardens, and if Hove Park Miniature Railway coincides with a certain event, the intention is to go to the event first in the morning, before the early afternoon, and observe about an hour or two of the event, and once observing 1 or 2 hours of the event, go straight to Hove Park Miniature Railway afterwards. That is. That's only being events in, say, either Worthingstone Gardens or Brighton Madeira Drive. Because obviously my wonderful friend Sue Vecchio would encourage me to make things happen and try and do things more than one thing, go to more than one event if it coincides with Hove Park Miniature Railway. And obviously it would be fairly practical if it was a Brighton Madeira Drive event or a Worthingstone Gardens event, just to say. And that's a goal I'm definitely going to be going for 2024, in part of my 2024 plans. And obviously hoping to do all the 2024 events with my best friend David Scott as well. And definitely am I looking forward to going to event attending with David Scott, my best friend. And one of my intentions is attending the 2024 Weybridge event, the one which David went to during the Easter 2023 weekend. And if it's going to take place during the Easter 2024 weekend, I am certainly intending on going there very, very much so. And I'm certainly very much intending on hopefully attending the Detling 2024 transport show event, of course, and 2024 hopefully going to wanting to go to, I have the goal of attending Arundel Castle and the Amberley Transport Museum sometime in 2024, so yes, and all the rest of things, and going to Midhurst again in 2024 to visit the Midhurst Museum, having went there before back in March of 2022, the Midhurst Museum, and so yes, and I think I missed out a few events. The East Grinstead Bus Rally, having went in 2022 and 2023, and of course attending the 2024 London to Brighton Kit and Sports Classic Car Run, having went in 2023 and hoping to go there again in 2024 very, very much so. And definitely looking forward to it, of course. Obviously I won't want to repeat the other ones because I said them earlier on in this very video. And another thing I'm expecting for 2024, well, and other hopefully 2024 plans, I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'm definitely hoping to meet in person Graham and Fiona Hesketh, Trevor Colt and his dearly loved partner Gwen, and as well as hopefully running into Hutchie and Mel sometime in 2024, should chance allow for it to happen, but we shall see, we shall certainly see. And one of the 2024 expectations I'm hoping to see, and in 2024, is I'm hoping to see my wonderful new friends Mary and Glenn Ipock, as they're expecting to be in England for their holiday during the spring to the early summer of 2024. And myself and David are hoping to see them both sometime during the spring and summer of 2024 at hopefully a classic car or vintage running event, or at the Hove Park or Eastbourne Miniature Railways. But never mind if we don't run into them, but I'm certainly hoping to run into both of them, as I love Mary and Glenn, I really do. And Mary is a friend who I love deeply, and am greatly entrusting of lovely Mary, alongside that of Tony Stark, Sandra Paddett, Mrs. Murphy, and Tudor Rosie. And she's a wonderful new friend I made from Graham and Fiona's content. You know? I mean, I do not love her romantically, rest assured. It's not romantic connection love, fortunately enough. It's close friendship love we have. And certainly do I have close friendship love with Tony, Sandra, Mrs. Murphy, and Tudor Rosie as well, just to say. And as well as having close friendship love, even though I've only known them for a great few months as well, the ones who I'm greatly trusting of as well, being that of Susan Reich, Michelle Pope, Elaine Williams, Caroline Allen, Rosie's Cottage, and Catherine T. You know. It is not romantic connective love, or a romantic connection of love. It's a close friendship love, just to say. Rest assured, if I dare might tell you all. But I think Mary's husband Glenn would already know this by now, but I would never want to make him jealous. And one of the 2024 intentions is that if myself and David Scott run into Mary and Glenn IPOC, is myself, David and Glenn having a photographed picture together. And the way I was envisaging this picture is David standing at the very front, myself standing behind David, and Glenn standing behind me. I hope it's not too much, but I did envisage this very much. But not badly, but just in a nice way, of having a nice friendship picture together, you know. David at the front, myself at the back, and Glenn at the very rear back end. I think it'd make a brilliant photographed picture. Or if someone was more than happy and kind enough to shoot the photographed picture for myself, David, Mary and Glenn, it would be David at the front, myself at the back, Mary at the back, and Glenn at the very rear end of the back. I mean, I'm not trying to sound disproportionately discriminatory or rudely inappropriately silly or anything, but I just think it would make a fantastic photographed picture. You know, but I'll leave it. I would see what Mary and Glenn decide and what they would consent to, because I wouldn't want to do it against their will. I really wouldn't. Neither would David. You know. But obviously if you're watching Mary and Glenn, myself and David, we're certainly very much looking forward to seeing you both, should chance respectfully allow, because I know they'll be wanting to do very much their own thing for their England holiday, which obviously I would certainly be very, very much respecting greatly. And I would not want to infringe on that, as that would be completely, totally wrong, you know. So yes, just to evidently point out. And I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but my lovely friend Michelle Pope, a friend who I'm greatly trusting of since befriending her from Graham and Fiona's content, she is hoping to head down to the south of England at some point later this year in 2024 if her health allows, and should chance respectfully allow for her. And if she does, I mean, never mind if she does not, but if she does go ahead with it, I may very, very possibly end up meeting up with her. Hopefully probably, if it does happen for her, that is, it would be quite likely just myself seeing her. Or, if chance respectfully allowed, and if surprise ended up happening in Thriving Gravity, and Thrilling Glory, in the spirit of Thrilling Glory, hopefully myself and David Scott will end up running into Michelle Pope, and we shall certainly have a nice photographed picture of myself, Michelle and David I mean, obviously it depended on what Michelle consented to, quite obviously, frankly enough, because I would not want to do it against her will. That would be dreadfully wrong of us. Yeah. Oh no. No, but she is a lady after my very heart, Michelle is, as is Tony, Mary, Sandra, Mrs. Murphy, and Rosie, of course, and of course Susan, Michelle herself, having just mentioned her, Elaine, Caroline, Rosie, and Catherine, of course, and certainly Graham, Fiona, Trevor, Hutchie and Mel, not to mention, are all wonderful, wonderful people after my very heart, you know, who have all been wonderful to me, wonderful, wonderful friends, and I'm really hoping the friendship will continually flourish happily for not just the rest of the 2024 calendar year, but into the long future years to come, you know. So yes, I thought I might run through the 2024 plans, because every year, either at just after the very beginning or relatively shortly after the very beginning, I do a little video outlining and making descriptive noting explanations of the plans for the year ahead, the new year ahead, just to say. I was originally intending on getting this video done slightly earlier, but never mind, got it done. Fortunately not like 2 weeks into the first new year, you know, getting into the week beginning 15th of January, something like that. At least it wasn't done as late as that. Well, never mind, but here we are, done it now. Yes, but I've certainly got very many intentions for 2024. Old intentions being like previous 2022, 2023 exemplified intentions for previous events and previous things I did in the 2022, 2023, 2021 calendar year, to make it doing the same thing in 2024, and as well as new intentions for 2024. Oh, and there are some missing new intentions I've got for 2024. The missing new intentions I've got for 2024 is I am very much intending on seeing the new Borderlands movie, which is due to come out in August of 2024 in the cinemas. And Borderlands, it's due to star Jack Black and Kevin Hart in it as well, and also one of the newer actors, Olivier Richters, and as well as many famous actors and actresses are due to star in 2024 Borderlands movie as well, including that of Jamie Lee Curtis as well, not to mention. And you know, and also another 2024 intention, which was fairly hidden but should have explained, was seeing the new Paddington movie, which is going to be Paddington #3, Paddington in Peru, which is due to come out in England and the entirety of the United Kingdom in November 2024, and to be theatrically released in the United States of America unexpected in January 2025. Just to point out. So those are other new 2024 intentions I'm very, very much sincerely and hoping to do and looking forward to greatly for doing, almost certainly, indeed. And another 2024 intentions, a few more hidden reveal, but should reveal this intention now, is I am very, very, very sincerely hoping sometime in 2024 to meet up with Tommy Gardiner, Ian Postlethwaite and Peter Mackett and Thomas Gavioli. Oh my goodness, if I could meet the 4 enchanting men sometime in 2024, oh my goodness, it will certainly be a greatly highlighting a greatly highlighting moment of spirit, a greatly highlighting moment of thrilling glory for 2024, should I end up encountering sometime in 2024 Tommy Gardiner, Ian Postlethwaite, Peter Mackett and Thomas Gavioli, you know. Because I did see Peter Mackett at Powden Park 2023 event on the 9th of July of 2023, but we never introduced each other, and he didn't even see me, and I saw him, but I didn't even know it was him until Peter said that was him, and David Scott said that that was Peter Mackett. Oh dear. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you, Peter. I'll try and acknowledge you next time if I ever see you in the future. You know, but I really certainly do hope to see Tommy Gardiner, Peter Mackett, Tommy Gardiner, Ian Postlethwaite, Peter Mackett, and Thomas Gavioli, as well as very much hoping to see Mary and Glenn Ipock and lovely Michelle Pope, too. And as well as very much hoping to see Graham and Fiona Hesketh, Trevor Colt and his dearly loved partner Gwen, and Hutchie and Mel from the Fitness Hutch group. You know. So yes, but never mind if I don't run into Tommy Gardiner, Ian Postlethwaite, Peter Mackett and Thomas Gavioli, because I know Thomas Gavioli is quite an elderly man now. I think he's due to celebrate a special birthday later this month, sometime in January 2024. He said in January 2024 he's due to celebrate a special birthday of his, but I'm not going to say how old he is because it's a little personal to him, as one could expect. I do not know what Thomas Gavioli looks like. I don't know how tall he is in height or what he looks like in structural, figural build or appearance. So I don't know that, I'm afraid, although I can tell you he's an elderly man. No offence to Thomas Gavioli, of course. I know that Ian Postlethwaite is not elderly, because he did tell me he was not an elderly man himself, but I know Peter Mackett is fairly elderly. And he's known David Scott a very long time, but sorry if it's too much saying this, David and Peter. So I'm hoping to see Peter Mackett sometime in 2024, and certainly Ian Postlethwaite as well. And as well Tommy Gardiner. I do not know, I know that Ian Postlethwaite is not an elderly man, but I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how tall he is in height, or what he looks like with facial features, or his structural, figural build or anything. I don't know any of those things about him. And Tommy Gavioli, well, I do know some things about him, but I do not know whether he's an elderly man or middle-aged or young man at all. I really don't know, and I certainly do not know whether he's married or not. You know, but what I do know, however, regarding Tommy Gardiner is that his YouTube channel is Tom Gardiner, even though he does not have any YouTube videos on it. But Ian, Peter and Thomas, however, have got videos on their channel, but Tommy doesn't. You know, but what I can tell you about Tommy Gardiner is that he is a very tall man. You know, because I previously came under the hunched conclusion that he was 6'2", with size UK 13 feet or US 14 feet shoe size, you know. I certainly did tell me this before back in 2022, but I think that was a mistake he made. Because what he did tell me was that he stands a very tall 6'3" in height, and takes insane, enormously huge, size 15 UK feet or shoes, or 16 US feet or shoes. So he takes a huge size 15 UK or 16 US feet shoe size, and a very tall 6'3" height, as far as I'm certain, which is over half a foot taller than that of myself, and nearly a foot taller than that of David Scott, my best friend, because I'm only 5'8" and 11 stone, or 154 pounds, or 70 kilograms, and alongside that I do have big feet myself, but it is not a size 15 UK. The feet I have, or shoe The foot shoe size I have is a size 8 UK or 9 US or EU 42. But 15 UK is a 16 US or EU 49, I think it is. Something like that, as far as I'm certain. So Tommy Gardner's a full 7 inches taller, over half a foot taller than I am, and nearly a foot taller than that of 5'4.5" David Scott. And his feet are a full 7 sizes bigger than mine. Size 15 is insanely huge. No offence to Tommy Gardner, because that was his hereditary genetics which did determine his feet shoe size, because height, to tell you something, height does not determine the size of your feet. It's your genetics that determine the size of your feet very ultimately, for those of you who did not know any of that. Just to say, even though the average feet shoe size for a man of my height, going from say 5'7" to 5'10" is an 8 UK or 9 US, which is what I believe. Going from 5'7" to 5'10", an 8 or a 9 UK would be about average size feet for a 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" inch man. So anyway, my feet and feet size is quite, some might say it's fairly average for a man of my height, even though that's big feet in itself. Because I have an uncle who's just shorter than I am at 5'7", because I'm 5'8" and he's 5'7". He takes big size 9 UK feet or 10 US feet. Whereas if it was a man, say, in the 5'4", 5'6" range, I would believe the average feet shoe size for a man in the 5'4", 5'5", 5'6" range would be either a 7 UK or 8 US or an 8 UK or 9 US. But my friend Dave Bryan, on an astonishing note, I don't know how tall he is. He's about 5'6", 5'6.5", I think, something like that. Though I never did ask his height, but my concluded assumptions is that he's either 5'6", 5'6.5". That was what I so thought when I saw him at the Eastbourne Magnificent Motors 2023 event, because we met that very girl at the very event. He, on an astonishing note, takes big size 9 UK or 10 US feet, because I was talking to him about certain disadvantages regarding classic cars. If you've overshot a certain height, or if your feet have exceeded a certain size, that's ideal for a small classic car. And he said to me, well, Foxy, myself takes a size 9 UK, even though, despite being small. I was like, I wouldn't have thought you were that small, Dave. I would have thought you were about, because you're only like 5'6", 5'6.5", something like that. But much to my surprise, he has that size feet despite his height. And I simply never realised he had feet that big. I would have thought he took either a 6 UK or 7 UK or an 8 UK at the very, very biggest. But, some things come to surprise us eventually, It's what happens, because like I said before, even though Dave himself is shorter than that of myself, and I would almost certainly say shorter than that of my Uncle Blaze, he has bigger feet than what I've got, as does my Uncle Blaze, No, but I have a few family relatives who have got bigger feet than I do, but where I come from, it's a family of big feet, just to say where I come from. And certainly not only does my uncle take size 9 feet, which is bigger than my big size 8 feet, but big size 9 for my uncle, my father and my brother take big size 9 UK feet as well. And I have got some cousins who I think have got bigger feet than size 9 UK as well. And I have the same feet shoe size as my 2 5'6" uncles, being that of an 8 UK or 9 US or EU 42, that is. But I'm really, if I did make anybody jealous, for those who do have bigger feet than I do, I am extremely sorry if I caused you to be jealous or upset. I was just explaining a good few things, but I'm sorry if I was being a bore at any point. You know. Yes. But it was quite irrelevant wandering off on that subject. But in a way it's the way my imagination works. Which, goodness, I don't know if I'm turning into Fiona Hesketh or not. Oh my goodness, you know, who has got quite an imaginatively exuberant mindset. But it's okay, we all possess those qualities. Various people do possess those qualities in themselves. It's certainly not unusual when that happens. You know. So yes, I thought I might point this out. You know, but yes, it is. Well, Tommy will tell me whether he will give the confirmation, I would imagine, whether I got this rightly correct or not, that he is indeed 6'3" with huge, insanely, enormously huge, size 15 UK or 16 US, but no offence when I said insanely huge, Tommy, because I know you have definitely got insane, enormously huge feet that is bigger than that of a size 12 UK, because I do remember you telling me this before, back in 2022, but you might not remember, and you did tell me the similar sort of thing back in October 2023, when I concluded you were 6'2" with size UK 13 feet. But you were like, I'm very close, but actually I'm 6'3" with size 15 shoes. But do remind me in case I got this right or wrong, Tommy, just to say. But certainly would it be a greatly highlighting moment of thrilling glory if I in the specificity of tremendously inclining value, if I ended up encountering Tommy Gardiner, Ian Postlethwaite, Peter Mackett and Thomas Garvioli sometime in 2024. But never mind if we don't, but hopefully we will run into each other, should chance respectfully allow. And it would certainly be wonderful to see Dave Bryan again sometime in 2024, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him again. I mean, even though we have respectfully have different humbly opinionated thoughts regarding over various different things and all that, we are in a way good friends, and Dave does in a way, in his soft side, he's not a bad person, he's a good friend, and the good soft qualities Dave Bryan himself possesses in himself is, for those who do have an aspiring interest for classic cars and classic car running events, he does sort of in a way take oneself in his wing to some extent when it comes to learning about certain classic cars and all the rest of things, and classic car running rally events and all that. So, and I do thank you for taking me under your wing to some extent regarding classic car running events and certain classic cars in themselves, Dave, because I'm fairly new to the classic car, to classic car enthusiasm, having only possessed the affinity for classic cars and classic car rally events since 2021 and 2022, just to say, but you've had it since a child, as far as I can remember you telling me, just to say. But if I got this terribly wrong, Dave, I am deeply, deeply sorry, you know. And I'm certainly hoping to meet up with my friend Stepney sometime in 2024, and he's a rail enthusiast train spotter, just to say, who does have a YouTube channel. Hoping to meet him at the National Rail Museum if I go in 2024, which is the very big intention. And I'm also hoping to run into Philip Page as well, as they've become good friends to me over a great few years. But I've never met them in person before, but I'm hoping to meet them in person sometime in 2024 indeed, you know. So yes, I thought I might run through sharing the plans I've got for 2024, you know, and if I may say to each and every one of you, may all of your 2024 plans happily roll into fruition for each and every one of you. And I'm certainly looking forward to seeing my 2024 plans roll into fruition too. And I hope all of you are looking forward to seeing your 2024 plans roll into fruition for you all as well. But my apologies if this was obscenely long. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta another time. May your 2024 plans roll into fruition and achieve your 2024 goals. From Foxy. Thank you once again for watching, and may your 2024 plans roll into fruition for you. And one last 2024 intention I'm hoping happens and hoping to do in 2024 is hopefully meet up with my good friend Bill again, having we met twice in 2023, and as well as meeting my wonderful new friend Jonathan Clements, having met him at the Worthing Bus Rally 2023 event. Just the one or two very last things I thought I might share for 2024 plans. May you achieve your 2024 goals, and may your 2024 plans happily roll into fruition for each and every one of you. Ta-ta another time. Achieve your 2024 goals as Hutchie and Mel would recommend, and may your 2024 plans happily roll into full fruition for each and every one of you. From Foxy.